Joining me now is Kira Rudik. She's a member of the Ukrainian parliament. She's the leader of the Holos political party. She joins us from Ukraine. Kira, thanks for being with us again. It's Christmas Eve. I know not all Ukrainians celebrate it on this date, but many do. But the bottom line is the attacks from Russia are continuing. There have been multiple missile attacks just this morning, including some targeting Kyiv itself.
Hello, Ali. Indeed, today our days are terrifying because what we have seen, people gathering to the Christmas markets in Kherson and were targeted right there by the missiles, and at least 5 of them are killed and at least 60 right now are wounded. Can you just imagine the cruelty? And it's just a terrorist attack. Let's call it what it is. And this is why it is so critical for us to receive air defense systems. It is a real game changer, not only because it will help us significantly to reduce the effect of the attacks that are being made by Russians, but also it's on emotional level a game changer for the other countries that we can receive and we should receive sophisticated air defense systems. And so we hope that they will start delivering on their promises in supporting us in our defense soon. This is a matter of life and death. And especially right now at the Christmas Eve, we still feel so helpless when people are dying on the streets, peaceful people. And no matter how hard we are trying, how hard our air defense is working, we still cannot prevent this. And for that, we need more of those systems in place, much more than we have right now.
We were all watching that speech. All of our American networks carried it. I think all over the world, everybody carried the speech in Congress. But you said something interesting, because on one hand, President Zelensky used language and words and examples of American battles, or the Battle of the Bulge and Battle of Saratoga, that were designed to appeal to American patriots and designed to compare what Ukraine is fighting to, what America fought in the Revolutionary War. So the Americans were the audience, but you tweeted something that I was thinking as I was watching that speech. This could have been a speech for an audience of one. There was one person who was watching that speech who must have hated it, and that was Vladimir Putin.
Oh, we do hope that he was watching, and we do hope that he hated it, because what he has seen is that it was really historic speech, and it was really united speech. And, if Hitler could have seen a speech by Churchill, he would probably also hate it, because he would know that it was the beginning of his end. So we are looking forward for any tiny hint of something that could say, this is the turning point in the war. This is the turning point in the war. And I do really want to hope that President Zelensky's visit and the promise of giving us the weapons that we need would be a turning point in this war.
I grew up in Toronto, where there were a lot of Ukrainians, and, I used to talk about how they came to Canada, and they said, we come from a really cold place. We can manage the cold. One of the things you talk about is these electrical, these power plants get hit. Now, when you get a power plant hit, you worry about where the damage is, where the actual damage is, and you worry about whether you're going to lose your electricity, which is about 50-50, because they've taken out a lot of electricity in the middle of winter. Zelensky called it using winter as a weapon, but it's not crushing the Ukrainian spirit. We complain it's cold here in the United States today, and it sort of crushes people, but this is not crushing the Ukrainians. Tell me about this.
Well, so first of all, it's more than 50% of our energy infrastructure destroyed right now. So every additional attack could mean like the total blackout for our country. And right now, when you're waking up in the morning, you're checking if you have electricity, if you have running water, if you have heat and what level of heat you have, and if you have a connectivity. And it's really rare when you have all of that. So I can tell you that one of the happiest times when you're waking up and you have your phone charged and you congratulate yourself on being like a person who took care of it. But it is not breaking our spirits, though people are annoyed, because we know that this is exact intention of Russians to make sure that we start complaining and we start fighting between each other. And this is not what's happening. We take it as a challenge, but we are not taking it as a tragedy. It is cold outside. It is cold in our homes. But we know that Same way as this feeling of watch us after the attempt to break Ukraine in first 2 days, same way we are feeling right now. We are not being broken even by those terrifying conditions. Watch us. We are going to stand through this. We are going to survive through this. We are going to win this war, no matter how hard it is on all of us right now.
It's amazing to watch. I'm sorry that we have to watch it, but thank you for being with us. Thank you for telling our audience about this. Thanks for all the time that you've taken to join us. Kira Rudik, stay safe. Kira is a member of the Ukrainian parliament.
Thank you.
She's the leader of the
Happy
Homeless
holidays.
Political Party. And happy holidays to you. Stay warm.